And imagine that. So she is having what is equivalent to a human having a 4-year-old child in their body. So she's got no room for anything else during that time that she's got a baby in her. So that's no room for eating. She kind of just does her thing, and then once she's laid the egg, it's Dad's turn. So Dad takes over, and for 7 days, Dad will sit on that egg. So that's his job for quite some time, and again, he gets quite hungry after that. So the baby hatches, or they decide it's done, and then what happens is Mum and Dad just go, oh well, our job's done, and they leave the baby Kiwi to fend for itself from day one. Kiwis are not maternal at all, they don't care about their babies, don't even want to know about it, they just do the job naturally with the egg, and then off they go. So poor baby Kiwi, kind of imagining out of the wild, maybe quite some time ago that wouldn't be a problem, but unfortunately now with all the predators that we have in New Zealand, Kiwis aren't surviving. So up to 90% of Kiwi chicks will actually die, and 70% of them won't make it past the first year of life. So they get to a point where they'll strike off those predators, which is around 1.2 kilos. So that does take a bit of time and lots of space and lots of protection from the predators to be able to do that. Cats are one of the biggest problems for them, surprisingly, and stoats during that time. So it's quite a little process for a baby Kiwi to actually make it there. So that's why we have Operation Nest Egg, where we can take the eggs from Kiwis. It's not a problem for us to take the eggs, and we pop them in here. We don't have any in there at the moment, but when we do, you can see them over there on the side. There's 3 incubators there, and they roll, so they mimic the rolling of what a dad would do if it was sitting on a Kiwi egg. So Dad's kind of rolling it, and that prepares it for hatching. And then once the Kiwis hatch, we can pop them in this fluffing machine. It's kind of like a dryer, but Kiwis are one of the only birds that are fluffy from the get-go, so they're cute from day one. They're not bald and ugly like other birds can be, but Kiwis, I think there's a little picture of them over there of the fluffy Kiwis. You see straight away they're quite soft. So speaking of how soft they are, I've got some feathers here for you to have a little feel of. So these ones are from white Kiwis here at Pukaha. Which some of you might be thinking, is that an albino Kiwi? What kind of Kiwi is that? It's actually just a light green blonde or having blue eyes. But it is extremely rare. They're soft, aren't they? So they're kind of feather-like, but they feel more here because it's just one of their unique characteristics. And another thing to note about Kiwis' characteristics is actually their beak. So you might not believe me if I tell you that the Kiwi has the shortest beak in the world of any bird. So that's just a little trick really though, because it's just determined from where the nostrils are, which is at the end of their beak. So they stick their beak into the ground, and their beak has sensory receptors which can allow them to sense the food, the insects moving underground, so they can find them and hunt really well. Which is why they love being around at night, because that's when the ground's nice and moist and they can kind of get in there a bit more easily. You don't want to feel, go on, you're the only one. No. Go on. What are you worried about? That's all. No, I forgot what I was saying. So it's really good here at Pukaha, the ground. You might be thinking, oh, it's always so wet. For some people visit us regularly, it's always raining. But it's actually a great thing for us because Kiwis need that. If it's too dry or too hard, they can't get their beaks into the ground. Another question that we often get here is, you've got all this land, how many Kiwi are out there? Well, we don't know. Sorry, we can't tell you because we release them and we don't know. We try to track Kiwi, we try to know how many are out there. What we can tell you is that they're territorial, very territorial, to around 10 hectares per couple. So we've got 942 hectares here, so as you can kind of do the maths in your head, there could be lots or not really as many. That's just because they're not banded. So there are wild Kiwi out here. I do have a challenge for you today. So Kiwi burrows in that 10 hectares, they'll have multiple burrows that they'll go to at night, or sorry, during the day. Their night is our day. But there is a burrow around on one of the tracks, a wild Kiwi burrow. It's kind of hard to spot. It's sort of near the redwoods. If anyone spots it, let me know at the front desk later because it's pretty tricky. Some people do, or they think they found it and it's not it. But it's quite cool the way they kind of build this little mound that leads into the ground really well. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, hi guys. Hello. Sorry, I already just finished talking. Do you have any questions about Kiwi? So Tara's just preparing some food in here. You can see what she's preparing. So we'll feed the leftovers later to the eels that the Kiwis don't eat. So if you see me putting leaves in the water, it's just because we've scooped it up. So they'll eat anything that they love, meat. When they're little babies, we give them little slithers of ox heart. That's quite a good nutrient source for them. Anything meaty. Tara's putting some veggies in there today as well. But there's a little menu up there that they are allowed. Worms are their favourite. A big juicy worm with their Kiwi stream. So we really do appreciate all your visits, like all of you today coming in just to visit us. Every dollar that comes through the door goes straight back into our bird conservation program here. So it's really, really important that we get visitors and spread the awareness around it all. So we do really appreciate you guys. Thank you. The Kiwi's not in here, it's okay. They can talk in here. Just by where these guys are in the tuatara. Has anyone seen the tuatara yet this morning? So I'll just tell you a little bit about them too, and there's some skin in there if anyone wants to feel the sheddings afterwards. But the small one is the mum, and that her name's Lewa, and the bigger one is the dad. When I jump in there to feed Lewa and Taku has now learned not to even move before she gets fed. Like, he doesn't even move anymore. He used to try, but Lewa will attack him and take the food out of his mouth and then still eat her own. So we have a very strict ladies first policy in the tuatara enclosure now. Lewa is smaller but so much stronger and way more feisty. Do you have any questions about this one? Oh my goodness. Usually I have so many questions. I must have just been so informative today that you all don't have any questions at all. Cool. All right, then you guys have a great day. Do you guys want to go through and see? Thank you. It's variable, so it's things. I do notice that in my theory in my brain becomes like I'll read it to you later on. This is the size of the Kiwi. Everyone's going to do this. I'll just put the bucket down here. The white ones are very special. The white Kiwi that's here is our top. This is how I just baby Kiwi. It's quite variable. So at the moment, they're weighing grams. So from the baby, they'll be like about 800. But they need to get up to being 1.2 kilos. We call them our living dinosaurs. Yes. Unchanged or unchanged for over 100 million. Pretty cool. Yeah. Did you guys spot the Kiwi and you're okay? Did you see the Kiwi?
No.
You didn't yet?
Oh, not yet. We're going.
Be patient in there, okay?
We want to win.
Make sure you be patient.
Yes, we'll try.